Okay, now can you hear me? Now you should be able to hear me. Okay. All right.
All right, now I can mute you.
Now you can mute me, finally. You have a use for the mute button.
That keeps from streams almost muted that I'm in Discord with, so that way I don't hear doubles of everything every 10 seconds. But I don't go all the way mute. If you have it all the way mute, you're not counted as a
So I can spin these fans manually, which is pretty cool. Like a lot of people can't do that. I can do it.
Why can't they do that?
They're just not, they don't realize they can do it, so they don't do it. And then I saw a video on someone saying, well, you should never spin your fans manually because they generate current. Well, yes, they do, but it's very little. And it's no place for it to go potentially, really, other than a couple capacitors, maybe. Never had a problem. I don't really spend time spinning my fans much anyway.
Well, that looks beautiful. You can probably just turn it on now.
I know. I don't want to melt down anything, though. I want to make sure I get these things right. You know. All right. I'm going to start with the cooler.
I feel like your cooler's backwards.
It's not. It's not. Don't say that.
I mean, your cables are routed around it instead of coming out from it. So I just feel like aesthetically it's 180 out.
No, so the deal is, here, I'll set it this way. The deal is that it comes out this side and goes up and over, because if I put it, I could go down, right, all the way down with it, like that. Then it's going to be in the way of the,
your hand on the object,
of the GPU.
And then rotate your hand 180 degrees counterclockwise.
Why? Why am I doing that? Why do you want me to do that? Anyway, if I do it the other direction, they come out. If I rotate the whole unit, then it comes off here and it's in the way. Or it comes off over this way, and then it blocks the beautiful aesthetic of the LED on the memory chips, memory DIMMs. So this keeps it out of the way of anything that's pretty. And I don't mind it. It looks fine. I think by the time I get it strapped together and stuff, it'll be good.
All I see is multiple bubble traps.
Well, you can't see them because they're in black wrapped pipe flexo.
Derek, your computer, it's going to be like a $10,000 machine, and the cooler's going to be 180 degrees out, and it's going to be wrong.
It's not. What are you talking about? It's fine this way.
It's wrong.
I can only do it. I can rotate the logo that way. Then I could rotate the whole thing this 90 degrees clockwise. But then
you rotate the whole thing 180 counterclockwise.
I can't, because then my logo will be upside down.
No, you can rotate the logo after.
It won't go that way. It only rotates 90 degrees.
What?
Yep.
Return
Now,
it.
I can take this hub cover off completely, right? And then I could put the output ports on the top, or I could put them over here on the side. But again, if I put them on the side, there's a lot of hose here. It's got to go somewhere. So if I go to the side, then it still has to then go up here and turn. That'll be in the way. And if I put it down here, it can't go here without getting in the way of the GPU. So then it's got to go up and around this.
GPU's not there though.
But it's going.
On the riser, isn't it?
No, I haven't decided if I'm using the riser or not yet.
Did you know that you're an asshole? Asshole, not the other way.
I'm in an ask hole. Yeah.
And you're going to ask me why that is, or what that is, and that is somebody that asks a lot of questions but doesn't listen to anybody.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway, I think
this stream is going great, by the way.
I thank you. I want it to be entertaining. That's all I really care about. Even if this never gets turned on, think of the fun.
Can I give you some advice?
Sure, please.
Pour some water on it.
now or wait till I get
DI water or just regular water?
Wait till I get it really hot.
Maybe some really expensive mineral water from Europe?
I should get some heavy water, like some...
Salt water.
Ask Siri. Ask Siri, she can connect it for you.
Because I want it to look like a desktop fusion reactor. Maybe I should get some heavy water.
Yeah, okay.
That would make sense. Okay, I got to figure out if I got this connected right. So this is supposed to go to a 4-pin fan header. I guess that could be one of these. Let's check that out on the manual. Or it could be the one up top there. I just don't really know. There's one up top too.
Yeah, but one of them's... You've got multiple headers for fans throughout your motherboard, and you've got one CPU fan header.
Yeah, right? And I've got it on. I have it on the CPU fan header up here already.
It's just about look and reach, like whether 1A you can like it there.
I want to put the cooler, all the cooler stuff that I can. I want to put up here near the top where the CPU cooler, like there's an AIO header. And I've got it hooked up to the AIO header, but they've also got this other fan pin header that I want to connect to also. But then I go right back to, if that's really my fan header. No, wait, I want to hook up this. This must be my, it doesn't say, it just says 4-pin PWM, which is a fan header, right?
Just test it out. Because I know there was one like with the is this talking about the hub? Is this connecting the hub or just a straight out fan?
Well, I think that I should connect all these to the hub, all these up here. And right now, I think that coming off of this unit, there is a 4-pin 4-pin connector that goes down here. And I'm just not sure if it's... Looks like they have 2 5-volt ones and one 12-volt one. I got the wrong glasses on for seeing that too. Let me get my other glasses.
That's a good idea. Hey, Crimson.
Hello.
Hey, Crimson.
Is your PC workable now, Dara?
Nope.
Finally?
I spent most of the day in the hospital again.
Is everything all right?
No, well, she's alive. I wouldn't say she's all right. She's not doing great. She's better than she was this morning. This says CHA fan 2, what in the heck? CHA fan 3 and CHA fan 4. And what are these? These are RGB headers here. So there's a 4-pin, which is 12 volt. Yep. And then 2 5-volt ones. Then they've got this little thing over here that's called water cooler flow pin. It's 3 pins. But wouldn't that go with the AIO cooler anyway? Wouldn't that be part of the AIO cooler pin set? So I don't need to worry about that one probably.
Thank you.
And does it matter which header, RGB header I attach to? Because this is
about reach and look, Dark.
This is a fan header.
When you've got multiple fan headers, it's just about reach and look.
That's what they say.
Very much plug in wherever. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
When they're the same thing, it's just about reach and look. Do I like the look of having the wires run through here? I want to try and make them invisible. Yes, that works fine. Can I reach that? Yes, I can. Done. Don't overthink it.
It's easy for you to say. Okay. Overthinking is what I do. Where's this? Where is that one? Okay.
Actually, kind of forgot what kind of a person that Dara
and
is.
these are channel fans. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking though is this set of fans up here needs to go. I think my controller needs to go to one of these fan pin headers so the motherboard can talk to the controller for the ASIO.
Well, then stick it in there and move on.
For the ASUS thing. Well, fine, but I have just figured this out because I haven't had time to look at this. If you're in a big hurry, I'm not in a big hurry. I want to make sure I don't do something I got to redo 4 or 5 times.
I mean, if you plug it in now, the worst that can happen is you lose about $6 grand.
Right, exactly.
Why doesn't it sound too bad?
No, not at $30 a fan. It's fine.
Yeah, what you're doing there looks good.
Looks beautiful, doesn't it?
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Where's that go? Where's that come from? Where's that go? What is that?
I think it goes to the fan header.
This shouldn't be going to... I think this has to come off of here. I think I have to pull this off and get a different set of connectors on it. This is for the... You guys can't see what I'm looking at, but...
Sometimes you have to daisy chain some of that stuff too.
All right, I just lost what I was looking for.
Metal. I don't know how you get an extra half floor on that building.
What is this?
You definitely did.
Connect RGB device. That's a 4-pin male. What's that going to go to? That's not going to go to anything here. And this says these are spare, but these are for the aura lighting, I think. Okay, and this, I must have plugged that in already. Did I plug that into a USB port? See, I'm already lost.
I'm pretty sure it's alright, you can just turn it on.
I'm pretty sure it's not.
I was thinking it does.
This is a USB controller. It goes from here, comes from there, goes up into here. So that is plugged into USB. They don't say it's USB. They say it goes to a 4-pin. So this could be wrong. But it says USB on it, so it's got to go in that port. So that's not wrong. They don't show that on here.
Maybe just start one thing, like just do one thing only.
Well, that's what I did, but it's been 2 days on this. I have to go back and figure out what I did so I know where I'm at.
Hey, Drax. Can you hear me, Drax?
Yes, worst player ever, yes.
Do you have a group going?
I did not have a group going because I'm playing Ark.
Oh, okay. Anybody playing MWO?
I'd say McFish would be.
I'm playing.
Crimson is, there you go. I know that Hellbringer wanted to, but I don't know what he's doing.
He's just thinking, okay? He's just thinking.
Mostly we're making fun of Dark Marauder, to be honest.
The new Centurion Onyx is pretty annoying, I gotta say, and when you have 3 of them together, they are actually just like Spartans or Romans soldiers with a big giant shield.
Like a phalanx, really?
I'm
That's
not
nice.
kidding you. They will move forward with a shield, and then after you shot them, they will turn after you.
On Alpine, they can take the shield and they can put it on the snow, and then they can like snowboard down the hill really fast.
Oh, you are lying.
You haven't seen it?
You are lying to me. You didn't lie to me.
I mean, 60 kph. Alright, it's not that fast, but...
Oh my gosh. But they'll be kind of cool if they can slide down with the shield, man. Not gonna lie.
What's my epic go? Alright, so
I can't find where the pin is that I'm looking for, or the cable I'm looking for. Okay. I'm gonna pull this out.
The new special advanced sensor system for the inner shield is pretty overpowered, I have to say. Your advanced zoom is 7 times, which is crazy. I can snipe anything I want. It boosts your zoom like crazy, man. Even your normal zoom, the second time is already like normal advanced zoom. And if you use advanced zoom, it is 7 times magnified. So,
Alright, so now we're doing the tower walls. Oh god. What do I need? Half walls, floors, quarter walls. I need that. Actually, no, I don't need that. I need resources. Foundations. Okay. I need probably walls.
Why is my camera whacked out again?
Servers and coding and everything all good. Things are slowly getting better and better for most aspects. Then they do this Xbox crap, and all the game is just as buggy as ever.
Imagine what it's like on the Xbox.
Like in game here, worst player. I did not see you in game, buddy.
Oh, this is a
He's
splitter
gone.
on
He's gone.
here.
He left like
Oh, he's gone. All right.
Okay, we don't want that on there, do we? No, we do not.
Wait. Darn it.
I might need that
Just last time
splitter on something else.
2 alpha kernels and an alpha wrapper at the same spot.
That's a splitter. I don't want that.
Can you say anything initial mag with a ballistic alright on the torso above his head? No, I don't think so. Not this one, not this fella, not you, not him. Definitely not you, buddy. So I just spent 30 minutes just to buy a new mag, which I don't want to. No.
There we go.
Well, I think I'll just stick to my LBX build for the moment, since the new shoe is so annoying.
Betty Lou's got a new pair of shoes. Betty Lou's got a new pair of shoes.
Can you get out of my way?
I cannot. Being in your way is what I do best.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's true.
That's bad. So basically, that's fine, that's fine. That's fine, I got that fine. That one's not fine, so I need to lift that one off, actually. And can I get... No, I won't be able to get that fine, so that's fine. So basically it's 3 by 1, 2, 4. 3 by 4? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 by 4. Okay. 4 by 4. We can do that. 4 by 4, everyone. 4 by 4. Where's your walls? Walls. Stone walls. 8 by 5. Let's go. Let's go half. Do you have floors? You do not have floors. Well, that doesn't help me then. Let's go.
Not a great design.
What's not a great design?
Well, you can flip these things around, but this just broke off in there. To get them off is hard. Looks like maybe they have, I don't know what they've got going on there.
Why is that a half wall? Oh, it's a half wall. Oh, that's not good.
Let's grab another one.
I don't know about that. Okay.
Yeah.
So the problem is here is half walls, which is fine. So you don't need this, and you don't need that. Not true. Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
I just need a opposite gendered one from what I have, Drax.
Yeah, well, I've got. You've given me heaps, man. I've got 2 females, heaps of males.
No, Rexes, not Carnos.
Oh,
I'm
right.
good on Carnos. I have a breeding pair that I never take out of my base.
Okay.
I'm
yeah,
good
that's
on
a good idea.
Carnos.
Okay, so you need a female Rex.
Yes, I need a high-level female Rex to mate with my male. I have a high-level male. It's level 1067 right now.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm alpha hunting right now.
I'm doing a build for Hellbring at the moment, but when I get my head around this, because I've been meaning to want to get a Rex for the last few days.
There's additional review. Pull back.
Yeah. I can mate them like crazy once we have a pair.
Yes, yeah. I love the breeding side of the game.
Not
A lot of fun.
not as simple as they make it sound, but it works.
The way that I lost those 5 Carnos, like, all at once, is I dropped them into a battle zone where they were immediately attacked by, like, 4 alpha beasts, like 2 alpha raptors, 2 or 3 alpha Carnos, like, all at the same time.
A partridge in a pear tree.
And I took bad ones because I knew that they would probably die, so it doesn't really matter. I just thought it was funny because they died like so fast.
Yeah.
Just one let them do the need everyone to chase them.
Okay. There's no way I can get that in there. that's annoying. So basically it's 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5, or it's 4. One,
Cleared the alphas from this area.
So 4x4. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave it as 4x4.
My Rex made quick work of them, even though the Carnos didn't.
That's good.
Those cables look good. They're dark.
Aren't those nice?
You could route them around the other side of the motherboard if you wanted to.
Bro, is this like day 3 of Dark's PC build? What the heck?
No
Still
judgments.
building?
Yep.
No judgments.
I'm
Yep.
judging.
Happy birthday, Colo.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Kodo.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mr. Dalek, aka Kodo. Happy birthday to you. How you going, mate? How old are you now?
Oh, 47.
Ooh, I turned 48 last week.
47, wow.
Good lord.
Happy birthday, McFish. Thank you.
Happy birthday,
It was a
McFish.
great birthday.
Happy birthday.
Birthday again, I guess. At that time.
Happy birthday, Doug.
Happy birthday.
Why is it everybody's birthday? What's happening?
Nobody wants to be left out.
Well, we should probably sit you down and give you the birds and the bees.
Everybody has a birthday.
Really, the discussion his parents should have had with him.
Yep.
Yep.
What happened 9 months
So,
ago?
We're
what
gonna have to.
happened is
we
a
gotta fill in.
stork arrives every 9 months.
February?
Parents.
Valentine's Day, you cliche MFers, dude. Why are you like this? Valentine's Day
Well,
was
technically
9
it's
months ago.
Particularly it's his parents that are cliche.
You're all Valentine's Day babies. How does
Not
that make
me.
you feel?
Yep. I'm not.
That is funny.
There we go.
My kids were born in February and April.
I think it's weird that
April?
more kids are born, or more kids are born. Yeah, more kids are born on a full moon than normal. At least at our hospital, they were.
Well, I think that's because the gravitational pull helps them come out.
You think so?
I thought that the light of the full moon helped like the way.
Look at that fan half covered, man. Efficiency right there.
Hey,
I really laugh at my jokes. I don't know if you guys do, but
I laughed. I laughed kind of at them.
oh, you made a joke.
Your joke tugged at my humorous bone.
Ooh.
Hey, Dark.
Yes,
You're
sir.
The only joke that Dark has ever made in his entire life is this.
You're all talking at the same time, so I can't tell what Coda's saying.
Dark,
It's probably very complicated.
overlapping. Is that even legal?
Is what legal? What?
You're overlapping fans.
Yeah, I am. Because it wouldn't be so bad, but my radiator is is thicker than a regular radiator.
And that's what he was asking, if it's legal or not.
No, it's not legal, but I'm expecting you're not going to turn me in, right? You're not going to turn me in, are you?
I already notified the authorities. Wait, I am the authorities.
I need a bribe.
A bribe. Okay, for your birthday, I want you to go out and buy whatever you want from me for you. That's the best bribe I can do. For
Treat
yourself. Yeah. I want you to really spoil yourself for your
I
birthday.
feel like you're stealing our joke, Doc.
It is our joke, but I don't think they won't get it. Don't worry. They won't get it.
Ow. Pain.
It's secret. It's a secret joke. It's like a secret handshake.
Dark he really wants you to treat yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. Think of it as being like your bank account is my bank account to spend on you. Okay, I fixed that little problem. Now, what other problems do I have? What do I have with these fan hitters? Or what are these headers up there?
What has gone wrong, Dark? I haven't been here for a couple days.
I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital most of the day today, and I
Why
was
are you in the hospital?
with my mother-in-law, and I was taking care of my mother-in-law most of the day yesterday, and
Oh dearie.
basically I'd just not had time to work on it. I worked on it a little bit last night, and then I was late. It was tired. I didn't have light, and I couldn't figure something out, and I didn't want to do it wrong and blow something
Is
on
she
my board.
okay?
She's 96 and things are falling apart.
I mean,
So
well,
she's-
yeah, I know that.
so
but,
she's
like,
alive.
Is she going to make it out of the hospital?
They let her out last week, and we had her here for 5 days, and then yesterday or this morning she threw up and had trouble breathing, and we rushed her back to the ER because the doctor said if she had any trouble breathing to get her back. So we took her back to emergency, and they did another scan, and they said that there's fluid between her lungs and her ribs that are hurting her when she breathes,
No.
and that's from partial heart failure from before, they think.
Are they going to go in there with a needle and try and drain it?
No, they're going to give her a diuretic to help have the body kind of pull it out, and
That's what they did for my grandfather.
yeah.
They went in there with a needle to try and drain the fluid in between, like, his, I'm not sure if it was the lungs and the ribs, or if it was, like, different layers of the lungs or something, but they went in with a needle during, like, a surgical operation.
Yeah.
And they messed up, and they accidentally punctured his lung, basically, during the procedure. And, ultimately, he died from that.
From the procedure. Yeah. She has a bunch of lesions in her lungs, and they think those are from. So when you get old enough, the lining in your lungs gets really thin, and you can start kind of weeping blood through your lung tissue, and then it scabs over, and you get build up, and it keeps doing it, right? So she had 2 big areas of. Now I can't remember what you call it. It's simple. It's like coagulated blood, like up in her lungs, and they were kind of pushing against her heart a little bit, so it hurt. Her heart wasn't functioning fully correctly, and then she had a bunch of lesions that looked like they had healed, but they thought they could be tumors, cancers too. They weren't sure, and the only option to go in would probably be not a good option for her to even do a biopsy. So they said if they are cancerous, there's nothing we can really do. You know, if we cut them out, that would probably kill her. And so
doesn't make a difference either way.
Yeah. So there's no good prognosis, but she came home and they got her stabilized, and then she came home and they've got her on blood thinners that appear to be reducing those blood clots. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay, so she's not in the hospital at least.
No, and then she was here for 5 days, and then we took her in again this morning. But she's, we're just watching like if she falls, she's on a real high dosage of blood thinners to try to clear those clots out. And if she falls and gets even maybe a bad contusion, she could just bleed and die. Right. So we're just kind of like eyes on and hands on it with everything. Now that drops down to half the dosage, which is still pretty high, tomorrow, I think. But with trouble breathing, and she vomited like 4 or 5 times this morning and then couldn't breathe very well, that's when we brought her back in. And they think it's a little bit of heart failure is what's causing the fluid to build up underneath her ribs. So, yeah. But it's not, it didn't kill her, and this didn't kill her, and she's not doing great, but she's still mobile mostly, and she's insisting on watching Blacklist, and we finished Bosch. I told her this morning, I said, well, Effie, when you came into the hospital again this morning, I was worried. I thought, well, maybe this is going to be the end, because we finished all the episodes of Bosch, and it was just going to be the end of everything. Then I realized that we still had 2.5 seasons of Blacklist, so you can't die yet. And she laughed, and she really wants to watch Blacklist with me.
For somebody that's a man of light and man of God, you sure have some dark humor.
I know.
It's like almost
I think part of religiousness, though, is like embracing death, right?
Well, I don't know if it's embracing in the sense that, I feel like fundamentally there's something wrong about death. And I think most of us, we feel like it's unfair. It's just not, there's something wrong about it. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen, and there's anything we can do about it. In another 10.
Or like most religions are Christianity type based religions or whatever.
They tend to believe
Like, so
Christianity
like,
believes there's more beyond this life. Yeah.
I'm not particularly religious, but when I did used to go to church and stuff, I was a Lutheran. And I don't know how much that differs from like mainstream Christianity or whatever.
Not really at all, unless you were a Lex Lutheran.
I think they have more bells.
Superman.
But-
Yeah, they have more handbells. That's true.
The basis idea that I always heard when we were talking about like death and stuff like that is like not to. They're very big on the whole like, you know, don't fear death, don't feel bad for people because those people are moving on to the afterlife and will be accepted by like Jesus and this, that, and the other and into heaven, right? So like, not to think of death as like a bad thing, but as a transitional thing more is.
Yeah, I think that's
anyways.
generally accepted throughout Christendom. Yeah. Or believed. That's a whole long conversation, but I don't want to
You are colorful.
get too far into right now because I'm trying to figure out the pinouts. Okay.
Wait, what?
What am I going to do here? I'm going to figure out what those are. Those are...
Hyperfast. Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, it's real. What is the
Do we know when Corsair's going to be back? Do we have like a expected date yet or no?
He was going to be gone like 10 days.
Well, yeah, I figure it's been close to that now.
No, it's only...
hasn't it?
No,
He's been
he'll be gone
for like a week.
another 7 days. Probably he's been...
Anytime the process been driving,
I think he's only been gone for three actual days.
I think they're in the process of bringing everything back from the property.
There's a one Corona and a one Gamma.
Properties in Montana, they're in Texas. So they're like driving and hauling stuff.
Oh, he's on his way back. Is what you're saying. He's on his way back.
It is pretty fast. Or slow.
Okay.
Thank you. So where's the early piranha? Nobody expect that. Seriously.
I really need someone
Any
Xbox
UAV around E5,
to see if the
E4?
server's cross-platform or not.
Alpha Marauder?
How did you get that half over?
Yeah.
Hellbringer, how did you get that half floor overlap?
What?
I think it has 3 missile bolt.
You mean the tower overlapping the edges of the...
Yeah.
That's because of doing angles and corners. It like shrinks it. And when you build bigger, it can be a quarter tile, an eighth of tile, a half a tile.
Because it's
Bigger,
affecting the
depending on
land
where
bridge
you go.
slightly. Because
That's why I had to tear everything down to the foundation, because nothing was fitting in with these angles, and it was leaving big gaps everywhere. I tell you this morning.
Focus on Alpha, guys.
actually, I think maybe a ramp might fix it. But
Hotel,
stairs. Anyway,
I
I think it doesn't like ramps.
I think
Got
the
PTSD for ramps.
brontosauruses. I think it looks good because you got glass as part of your buildings. Having
Okay,
a glass air bridge works. I think.
Nice, guys.
As to why, like, yeah, I don't know why, but I like the idea of having the tower up there on that pillar. That's all.
Watch out for Fox, CT open.
Yeah, it's a good idea, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know where this
That's
goes.
what we kind of have.
In terms of what you're
India,
doing,
India.
I mean, don't know.
No, Bruce, have you ever hooked up any of the Lee and Lee fans or coolers?
Oh, also, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna leave I like the glass walkway, but it's looking good now. You get the tower kind of going, but it needs to be
Echo City.
double wide
Nice.
to.
Die well.
You know what I mean?
I met out.
Same width as.
No, I can't hear you. Crimson's doing some stuff in game.
Oh, there's
You
a
know
splitter right
how
there.
you got it coming off the one side of the tower? It should be double wide.
Nice, nice.
Why? What do you mean?
Like 2 wide floor, so it matches the width on the tower.
I think I've almost got all the electronics.
Oh no, you can't because your stairs.
No pushing.
The stairs
Like,
eventually will be
in the basement.
So you want the average to be too wide.
And then another time, there's another time on E.
Same width as the tower finger coming off that you connected to.
Hang on. So hang on. You want the air bridge to be too wide?
Focus on golf.
Yeah, because it looks weird one wide with it not being as wide as the tower.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I think it's 9 groove.
I have lots of crystal you can use.
On top of the ledge, sorry.
Unless you used it already.
There's somewhere Echo 3, Echo 4.
Has anyone needed to use their gravestones yet?
Crimson is. So,
I have not used them yet. I've crashed a lot, but I've been getting lucky and not having the crashes where I'm flying out in the air and stuff.
Haven't had to use one yet either.
I don't carry shots.
I used what? Sorry.
The tombstones?
No.
It's hiding behind the
I
giant
need
pillar.
to.
But don't get
Oh,
me
you got
wrong,
that.
because
Oh, you can't. I can't do anything. Oh, yeah, I can. But
Yeah, the crashes are definitely still an issue. I know that. I'm just
I can't
wondering if
move
anyone's had
them.
to use
I would
the thing
actually like to be able to move mine, but I can't move mine.
Lima.
So why do you want it too wide? Because the wall is two. Right.
it's too
Okay.
wide.
Okay, so I can do that. I can just.
To you guys.
I feel it'll look better.
Thank you for the
Yeah,
green.
sure. Well, it's your building. I'm just going by what you want, mate. So it's all good.
Holy moly.
Bro, I feel like it's been daytime for freaking forever, man. Why is this day so long?
The new Mech Warrior
13 of those. I need.
now has some small issue. They have put some
Do you need glass
decoration in the
walls for any
lobby.
part of your
8,
building?
8,
I will, yes.
6.
Right, so I've got some spare. I'll give them to you.
No, that's 8.
Structure, greenhouse, floors, and ceiling 6. Okay.
PCI. Is that the PCI lane?
Glass. I need to go get some more glass. And I need to get some more dinner.
Very nice.
Sick.
Here's what.
Oh, so you did use most of the crystal here. We'll get more then. Low-level fatal error.
I was reading the Discord today, their Discord, and there's a lot of people complaining about crashes still.
It was getting better, and then the last 2 patches they did getting ready for the Xbox stuff, and then the Xbox patches, like it went from getting more and more stable every patch to becoming less unstable, and now it's extremely unstable. And like the crashes are ridiculous.
Yeah, it happens.
Which I'm sure as they figure things out, figure what's going on,
it'll get better.
More patches, and it'll get better.
I'm still noticing slight rubber banding when you move in like certain directions.
I wasn't getting any of that before, and today it's been really bad.
Yep. It'll get better again.
It's all Dark's fault.
Deal with it.
It's my fault, I'm sure.
And honestly, it will probably be like this all over again when PlayStation releases in December. So be ready for that.
That's what I
But hopefully, once all of the consoles release and get past that first initial hump, hopefully it'll just be all uphill from there. I think the sun is finally setting, because it's blinding me.
I have no idea what that's for. It says optional, but is it? Connect an RGB lighting device. No, I know. Spare cable, not necessary. It is necessary for the Aura, though, I think. So that's going to have to go down to an RGB lighting connector, probably down there.
Did you bench test the PC?
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Nice. So you've learned nothing from the last time that you built a PC.
Never done it. Never needed to.
I mean, you can get through it without the bench test. The bench test just saves you time when you run into problems later on.
Yeah, I get that. I
You
just
won't run into problems later on.
can't imagine I'd run into problems, though.
You didn't think so last time either.
I had a dead motherboard. I could tell it was a dead motherboard. I don't know what happened. I don't remember whatever it was. I wasn't testing before, but it was... Do you remember what it was that was the problem?
Yeah, you slapped your GPU in there and tried to boot that with as your graphics before you ever booted the PC initially.
Oh, no, the problem was it wouldn't connect. It wouldn't boot to BIOS when it was hooked up to the graphics card port. If I unhooked it,
right.
The graphics card could be in there, but it wouldn't display. It wouldn't display to the 1080 Ti ports, any of them.
Right.
No, sorry. It would display to the 1080 Ti ports, just the HDMI one, not the DisplayPort one. And that wasn't a matter of bench testing. I would have had the same problem on a bench if I would have tested it.
No.
Because
the proper approach would have been booting, getting to Windows without your GPU, then installing your GPU and going from there. You start with less hardware, you add hardware later on.
Yeah, but see, I've never had that problem before, so it didn't make sense to me to do that. And because I wasn't hooked up to the GPU's, the CPU's internal graphics port at all. So I wasn't even plugged into that. And I don't ever bother doing that because I've always connected to the graphics card and had no problem booting. This motherboard, for some reason, didn't want to use the DisplayPort until after the driver was installed. But I didn't have that on the old motherboard, so that's kind of a new twist. But it didn't take too long to figure that out.
I remember back in the day when motherboards, nothing worked right on them things, like automatically plug and play. You had to BIOS and use disks to get drivers installed to make things work, and then dick around it even more to get it to come through.
Yeah. Uh-oh, this isn't going to reach.
So I log in, and I didn't get to move this time, and I crashed. Just crashing.
That's how bad it was with my laptop when I like first started trying to play on my laptop, it was like you wouldn't even like it would be the loading screen. Like I would crash on the loading screen and stuff. It was like real bad. For like a while too. It took them a long time to make that better.
Yeah. Today.
Is there another fan port here? Just down there, nothing up here.
Holy moly.
I mean an RGB port. Maybe if I come around this way.
Order on C2. Enter.
Behind you, Crimson. Behind you. There's like 3 mechs.
Put him on mute because I can't hear everyone else talking with.
The call outs.
You're gonna get shot, Crimson.
Oh man. That doesn't go on there. That's the wrong gender. To be fair, it didn't self-identify. Yeah, I don't know where it goes. That's funny. Doesn't have to go anywhere. That's gonna need power. I don't know. I'm lost. No grief. Do you want to look at my manual and figure out what I'm missing here?
No.
It's your big chance.
You ignore all my advice and then you come crawling back.
I'm not crawling, I'm just asking.
I don't know what you're even trying to do right now. I haven't been paying attention at all.
Me neither.
I have no idea how far it progressed into this.
I'm trying to make sure the AIO is hooked up correctly before I power it up.
One of your fan headers should say AIO on it.
Yeah, I have that hooked up.
Like it should say AI pump.
I have that hooked up, but there's a whole bunch more cables coming off for the RGB lighting and stuff like that
Well, the RGB header will be different than the fan header, so you can't really mess that up.
But I think I need to put that into the Lee Connect L controller module.
The neck bone connects to the neck bone, and the neck bone connects to the leg bone.
If you are for some reason using the included controller for anything, then you're going to have to read the manual for that.
I know, that's what I'm reading, but their manual's not very clear, and it's kind of a... So the problem is that these have their own controller, right? And they have their own control software. But I'm not really planning on using that controller software necessarily, but if you hook it up correctly, which is not clear here what that means, you can use the Asus Aura software instead, and this will
hook it up directly to the motherboard.
And this will slave to it. Well, I don't want to hook it directly to the motherboard because then I have to run umpteen fans cables everywhere. I'd have to run 24 cables. I don't want to do that. If I use this controller, I'd run 3 cables for the fans. And then I can do either software if I want. So I'd rather use this. And I know it can be done because I've seen some people doing it on videos, but it's not really clear necessarily. I mean, I'm going to go back and watch the dumb video again, I guess. But,
yeah, probably watching the video.
But the trouble is they don't then connect that all into the AIO cooler too.
The RGB fan header.
Just hook everything up and then see if it works.
It's not gonna because I don't have everything hooked up yet. I know it won't. I don't have everything hooked up right.
Everything gets hooked up to the controller. And then that controller just gets plugged into one of the regular RGB
Actually,
fans.
this...
Yeah, that's probably exactly how you have to do it.
Say that again. Yeah, everything should get hooked up to the controller, but not
everything goes into the Liam Lee controller, and then the Liam Lee controller will just get hooked up to the motherboard.
Yes, but it looks like not everything can be hooked up to the Liam Lee controller, so that's what I'm kind of confused about. Looks like
Maybe
I could
you have more devices than they intended for you to have.
I can have 16 LED devices on one controller.
Maybe that's more than they intended for you to have.
No, the controller.
And then I got another thing for my LEDs because I realized the hub wasn't going to be enough.
My hub's enough. It'll handle 16 devices. I only have like...
And LEDs?
Yeah, it'll handle the LEDs. It'll handle 16. It'll handle 16 fans.
Sorry, I was in game dropping.
And I only have 12 fans.
My teammate has like 5 spiders.
What are you talking about?
Never mind. I'm not going to explain it very well, and I'm trying to route a cable.
Can all your fans reach your hub? Yes or no? If yes, then you plug it all into your hub.
Yes, and I'm doing that. The problem is I'm not sure where I need to plug in the hub, and I think I found the two places I'm best to go right now.
Oh, you're talking about like which port on the motherboard would
be best for
the
the
hub?
I got so many ports here. It's kind of ridiculous.
Well,
I'm gonna pick.
I would
this
recommend.
Your ramp is gone. Helping her?
It depends on if you want to zone control your fans, I suppose.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. Which is the controller you're using is going to make that more difficult. But you're saying that you should be able to control the controller through the Liam Lee controller?
I should be able to control the Liam Lee controller and all of its slave devices through the Asus Aura software also. If I hook it up right. If I don't...
If there's a USB interface going from the Liam Lee controller
There is. I have that hooked up already.
Okay. Well, then that's easy. That's what's going to do all of your controlling then.
Yeah, but it wants...
USB header, and then the fan header...
But that only works with their Liam Lee software, their L-Connect software. But I want to be able to control it from the Asus Aura software, which is...
Right, but the
then I have to hook up two ways.
The Asus Aura is going to control is going to control everything that's plugged into that controller the same way. You won't get granularity out of that. It's impossible. They just don't work that way. It's not like a digital signal that, it's carrying like data across those pins. It's just carrying current.
Just voltages. Well, the RGB controllers aren't that way.
I think you want things to be another way.
Because they're sending color information as well as on and off and brightness levels.
Yeah, but they're not meant to be controlled like through, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say, but what you're trying to do, it wouldn't make any sense in my head how it would work.
Their controller is supposed to be able to understand the Asus Aura signals and then translate them into their fan control. But I have to hook up both their thing and the hub to the motherboard's RGB headers. That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm trying to get the dumb pin on though. But I do have the RGB connector already hooked up. Why isn't that going on? Why is it so hard to line this up in the...
Did you dry fit your 4090 to make sure that none of those fans are going to be in its way?
They won't be in the way.
Wow.
They're fine.
Because I know how big that card is. I've seen it in person.
Yeah, lengthwise, I might be tight, but it should have an extra inch, actually.
I actually laughed when my dad got his 4090.
It's so stinking huge.
I literally laughed for 5 minutes straight because I'd seen videos and I heard people talking about how comically big they are, and then when I finally saw it in person, I actually couldn't believe it because the videos do not do it justice. Those cards are just comically big. It's actually dumb how big they are.
There, gosh.
My dad has a full-size ATX case, an ATX full case, and he had to sacrifice all of his extra hard drive bays to fit his card in. We had to take out all of his hard drive bays.
Wow.
And it still barely fit.
3, 2, 4, 3, 2. Does it go in there? Golly. Guess so. Okay. I mean, I could dry fit it right now, but it should be fine. It's lower than what it's going across. So it shouldn't be a problem. I'm hesitant to get it out and put it in here until I have the whole system hooked up to power ground.
That sound.
That's my drum stool throne that I'm on, twisting around. Sounds like a dead cow, didn't it? Yeah, you weren't here when I told Drax one of the USB-C 3 2.0A or whatever.
USB-C 3PO. What?
Yeah, C3PO. USB-C 3.2 headers on the motherboard. 3 of the pins were bent. One was bent almost all the way over.
Nice.
Perpendicular.
So you're saying Darth Vader built your computer?
R2-D2 built my computer. C3PO just made comments like you guys do in the background.
Oh, sir, this is not a good idea. Not good.
All right, there's that. Now, I feel like I have at least something on something now. I have to flash the BIOS too.
Don't do it on stream, Pikachu, man.
Don't what? I won't flash.
Don't flash your BIOS on this.
No, I would never. I would never do that.
The way that you properly flash your BIOS is you start the process and then you hit the power button on your power supply 50% of the way through.
Yeah, so you can get half the BIOS installed. Nice.
It's efficiency. That way, only half of the data winds up on the.
It takes half as much time.
Flash,
it's probably harder to hack it.
Everything's quicker that way.
It's probably harder to hack it too, right? For someone trying to hack your BIOS.
Oh, it's probably harder to do just about anything.
Probably, yeah. Probably alleviates a lot of problems.
Much more secure that way.
Okay, I don't know what this cable's for. I feel like it should go to a something, and it's not labeled. It's not labeled. Why do they give me cables that aren't labeled? And it doesn't. Oh, it's this. It's N. N is for. N is for.
That is for no, Drax. No.
It's an optional spare cable not necessary. Okay. Connect to USB, did that.
My uber fast Pteranodon almost died.
All right, we're going to pull these up out of the way and bundle them up.
All right, this crashing crap is pissing me off really bad. I'm crashing left and right every 2 seconds now. I just restarted my computer. There's a Windows update. That didn't change anything.
You update your NVIDIA drivers? I had to do that as well.
I haven't for the last month here.
Oh boy!
Wow,
that's probably a big part of your problem there, buddy.
They come out pretty
You're
frequently.
complaining about crashing.
I'll do that right now.
I think there's been like
Game's
2
only
or
been out
3.
For a month. What do you mean you haven't updated your drivers in a month?
There's been like 2 or 3 updates in the last month, hasn't there?
Yeah, there has.
That's probably the issue then.
Yeah, I think this is number 4, the one that's currently waiting on mine.
Is that the Dino update?
It's probably not the whole solution to your problem, but it's probably at least part of it.
And sure. I was just loading in again, and it crashed loading in.
Yeah, update your driver, you weirdo. How am I supposed to get this drop, wildcard? How? How am I supposed to get it?
It's all Drax's fault.
Yep.
You notice how he's being really silent right now?
The truth isn't even that bit on the proverbial apple. It's Drax.
Idiots.
He's up to no good when he's just silent.
It's probably eating.
Aren't you, Drax? Drax.
Oh, excuse me.
Drax. Drax.
Multiple units on gold 8. Fall back from gold 7.
That gets power cords. This is going to have to go somewhere over here. No flat thing to put it on.
In the right.
Can't put it there. Can't put it here. I guess it goes up here. Can't reach up there. That's handy. Wow.
Delta.
There's no place to put this. I need a longer cord on there.
I think I got that controller in my computer.
What's that?
I think I got that same controller in my computer.
The Lee and Lee?
Actually, it's with the old tower.
Is yours a Lee and Lee controller, fan controller?
Yeah, I believe so. It's a tower that I took the guts and card on that tower and put it in my cube case, Thermotech tower, and I left the controller and all that in the other tower because I'm not using all those fans and stuff.
It looks like I'm going to have to just lay this thing down in here, which is not really great. I could put it, it doesn't reach there. It reaches literally to no surface except for where the power supply is going to be.
So their extender cable.
You think Best Buy would have extenders for? They might. They don't always have.
They used to hold all that stuff.
Kind of stuff.
Not so much lately. Any of the stores that were nearby me in the cities.
Yeah.
Before I moved up here 5 years ago, my two local Best Buys quit having all those goodies. You used to be able to go to Best Buy and get everything you needed to build a computer, but nowadays...
yeah, they're an old person merchandise store now, not so much
I see a lot of young people going in there, but they don't really know about anything what they're doing.
They're probably looking for jobs.
Maybe.
It's a good place to work.
They pay $18 an hour.
They pretty much require you to at least be in college actively in order to work there. Which is insane for, like, an entry-level retail job. I think they think that, like, they're offering something which is, like, experience in the tech environment. And that's how they justified, like, them requiring, like, some college to work there, even as a, like, registered person.
The number of people that I train there on things is pretty high. Like, I'll go in and ask them a question. They'll say, I don't know. We have this. I say, well,
because
I'll say this is not
kids,
that.
It's not people with actual working experience.
This is not that.
Every
This is.
time I was in there, one of the representatives would come up and be like, "Can I help you find something?" It's like, "Nope, you have no clue how to build what I'm building.
Right.
You can't help me. I'll figure it out."
And I don't really ever want their.
I'm not trying to be rude or mean, but and then they get irritated, and then I ask them the question. I was like, "All right,"
and they don't know.
Have this able to do this and that, or do you have this so I can do this and that? And they look at me like a deer in the headlights.
Yeah,
and I was like,
they don't know. Well, suppose I could stick it onto the top of the power supply, or just set it up there. Maybe I can do that.
Use some super glue and mount it wherever it's needed.
I was going to put some double face adhesive Velcro on one side and then a Velcro on the other.
My buddy had to fasten in his 3-fan radiator into the top of his case with nothing but zip ties.
How come? There weren't
Because
slots?
with the motherboard's I/O shield or whatever,
yeah,
and the like power distribution heat sinks and stuff that were on the motherboard,
yeah,
there just simply wasn't enough space in between the top of his case and the top of the motherboard for his super fat radiator that he got.
Wow.
So he had to mount it offset, but there was no offset mounting screw holes in the case.
Was it?
So that meant that he just had to basically zip tie it in place. And it's solid, like it ain't going anywhere ever.
Was it fat?
There's no way that...
Was it fat as in thickness or in like width or length? Like, you mean fat thick?
Standard width and length, but it was
thick.
thicker than normal.
Yeah, so's mine.
My first liquid.
The one that he had is probably about twice the thickness of the one that you've got.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
My first liquid cool computer I built, I made my own water blocks, and they were zip tied to the motherboard, the graphics card. I did my own tubing, the pump set outside the PC with a wire going in to power it. And I used a jug of O'Reilly's antifreeze as coolant, and just had the tubes going into the bottle. Used the bottle as a reservoir, and it worked good. I had a lot of people come over and see my computer, and they were like, "What in the hell is that thing?" I was like, "Oh, that's just my custom liquid cooled setup on the cheap side."
All right, they didn't give me case screws to put the power supply in. I guess I could use these babies. Seriously? Is there one spot for a screw? I don't have to take that all off, do I? Oh, I have to take that off. I have to put a bracket thing on the... That's interesting. Can't see anything I'm doing here, but oh well. Why do I... Oh, because they have a curve. That's why they did it this way. Washers on 2 of those.
Jack say he was going okay?
I don't remember. He said that once earlier, but then he didn't. He came back. Okay, I gotta pull this out in order to put this on. It has a power supply mounting bracket. Isn't that something? haven't seen one of those before.
Dang, look at all these times that IP has tried to connect to the server. He must be crashing or something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hellbringer, do you got your graphics card driver update or what?
Yep. No crash so far.
Look at that. How about that?
Let's give it 5 minutes here before we prematurely celebrate.
Make sure that your video settings haven't reset yourselves. Mine did last time I updated my graphics card driver.
Okay.
You have DLSS on?
Yeah.
What generation is your graphics card? 2000?
70.
3000. So you don't have frame generation, right?
I don't know.
I think frame generation's 4000 series and up. I'm not finding any good technology stuff in any of these drops anymore. I'm starting to get annoyed.
Alright, there's the crash. Just crash.
Right.
You hear me?
Try rebooting your PC.
Yep. Not since I reinstalled the drivers, but I just restarted it right before I did drivers. And there was a Windows update, so I went ahead and did the Windows update. I think it's just the game right now. Made all these changes, trying to make consoles work with computers, which is stupid because that's why there's all these stupid bugs and problems. Let consoles play together, keep PC separate. That's my opinion. Otherwise, we get problems like this.
Try loading into a single player world first. Bro, I can't believe this Titanosaur is still over here on this mountain. We need to kill this guy.
Titanosaur. Okay, that's progress.
I am, however, hilariously afraid of that Titanosaur, though. Which is why I haven't just gone and killed it myself.
I heard you don't want to mess with them.
They can hit like 12 to 20,000 damage depending on what level they are in a single attack. So
That's why
I ain't trying to mess with them. I've almost died in wyverns to Titanosaurs. Just from accidentally getting hit by it. And I'm talking like 100k health wyverns. Like max level wyverns. They can get really bad really quick.
Oh, Jax is back. He just loaded in.
Who's back? Back
He ain't in Discord
again.
yet, but I just see him.
Who's back?
Back
Back again. Look who's back. Look who's back. Look who's back.
I think I actually preferred it when the little packages that you drop when you drop things on the ground rolled down the hills and stuff. It was kind of fun to watch. Why they took that away.
Mm-hmm.
I think that for us, though, for sure right now, as far as electronics go, it's definitely most efficient to go drop hunting for all of your electronics, I think.
I've been going troglodyte hunting and beaver dams to get my pearls.
I feel like troglodytes are so rare to find.
Yeah, I got a couple that spawn on my beaches regularly, so every now and then I make sure to keep going out and checking them. And then there's the 2 nearby beaver dams, I go hit those. And most of the time I get lucky and get a decent amount. Sometimes I get skunked and I don't get a dang thing.
Alright, I'll be back.
I feel like it's all Jax's
That's
fault.
what Drax says. He says, I'll be back, but then he doesn't always come back.
Oh, Kodo, that's a nice one. Mashed burrito, double burrito. Huh.
Yep.
That looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
You see my video, the fried chicken instead of bread? Grilled cheese? You should see it, man. You definitely want to try that out. Replacing the bread with fried chicken. Awesome, man. Looks awesome.
Guess you could go there. Right on the power supply. It's not a good place, really. It's not a good place. Can almost get it up to there. Not quite. I need my cutters.
yeah, by the way, I have checked No Grave's authority on the Discord. I think his mods on as a Discord had been removed from our channel.
You said what about my stuff on Discord? Crimson? Hello?
Yeah.
What about my stuff on Discord, Crimson?
Oh, you previously somehow have the mods on over the DHP channel. Just checking why we having, but I don't see any of that on your account.
No, I've never had moderator in the Discord. Only in the stream. It's not that it's gone. I never had it.
Okay.
And I don't need it for anything.
Just double checking. We just want to ensure no other people should have, because maybe there's still some visitor we accidentally gave, but we're trying to find who was it. We're not sure who, but we are slowly filtering.
Well, I don't know. I've only ever had just the visitor rank in Discord. I haven't ever had anything else.
Yeah, no worries about that one.
I wonder.
Magic.
I think Dark forgot he was streaming.
Nope. You guys have to answer my chat, because I can't see the chat.
Your face cam hasn't been facing your face for like 20 minutes.
Well, that's okay. There's not much to see here. There, how's that?
That's better than it was, for sure. It's an actual face cam now. Mostly. It's a mostly face cam.
When I get up, it tries to track me, and then it loses me, and then instead of going back to default, it just kind of hangs out and never picks me up again. Trying to figure out where to put these dumb ribbon cables. They're kind of problematic. Guess they were better where I had them.
Alpha. No one can.
Actually, actually, where's that one go? Oh, that's my main one, isn't it? Shoot.
It has more than
I hate to take that baby off. But I'm gonna do it.
The server's set right now so that nighttime is half as long as daytime. Should I keep that? Do you think, or?
I like long night times.
Yeah, I feel like the night goes by too quickly.
Night is awesome. There's things to
Possible
do.
Nico in the chat. Nothing is wrong. He's building a new PC. A brand new computer. He's just challenged, so it's taking him a long time.
Mentally challenged, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't want to drop hunt anymore, man. This is so boring.
What's so boring?
I'm drop hunting. And that's like all I've been doing for the last hour and a half. I'm trying to get electronics. I need 250 electronics for a chemistry bench.
Well, tell you, don't hit the beaver dams. Best bet of pearls. Best way you can get pearls right now until we get down in the ocean.
How many pearls do you get per beaver dam?
Sometimes none, sometimes like 20, 30, sometimes 50, 60.
There are more people assault on around this corner, Charlie 4. Focus on Charlie City.
I feel like I'm probably getting more, or at least that, from these drops. When you consider the fact that I can go from drop to drop without ever stopping, because there's always another one to pick up. And I also have the chance of finding weapons and armor, which is nice.
Sucks.
Where's Drax at, man?
I've seen him log back in.
Wow.
Stupid admin panel mod doesn't work anymore. They fixed that soon.
Ouch, man. So some photo, somebody accidentally left their Steam Deck on some hot stuff and then the whole thing just blew up.
Okay.
This was really good for electronics, but now I feel like I've gotten kind of a dry streak. I got 110 electronics like super fast, and now it's taking me forever just to get another 30. What if, as a surprise, Wildcard was just like PlayStation, with PlayStation release comes Scorched Earth? Wouldn't it be cool though?
Maybe.
If they did that, I would have to start thinking about getting more RAM for the server soon-ish. I can do 3 servers comfortably with the RAM that's currently in the machine, but after that, I'm gonna need more. I could probably pull off 4, but it'd be close. And I don't like running things close.
Yeah, more RAM would be nice. Servers love RAM. RAM makes servers run good.
Some servers love compute.
Seems like almost every time I go into my vault, it's a crash. And then when I do stuff, or I come back in, I can go into it, but then I do some things, come back, go into the vault again and grab more stuff, it crashes.
Sounds like an issue related to inventories. Maybe there's something in the vault that's causing you to crash.
I don't know, there's lots of stuff in the vault. And I've been slowly sorting things out. Like I took down my upper crafting area and just piled everything into this first vault. And as I've been playing over the last day here, I've been taking it out, reorganizing it and other things as it gets built. And I closed my vaults and I crashed them.
Good lord. I'm sorry you're having so many issues, dude.
My camera left me again.
Yeah, this is the worst it's been.
Did you try loading into a single player world?
No.
You should try doing that. Could reset some things.
Dark, that cable doesn't go there.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I get sucked in the fan.
No, it won't. No way that's getting sucked in.
That's the back side I'm hoping, right?
This is the sucking side.
What wattage power supply did you ultimately go with?
1500. Woohoo!
That thing looks so small.
It's 1500 milliwatts. It just needs enough power to initiate the fusion reaction. Then after that, it's self-sustaining.
I got a beefy Gold Star 1,200 watt ESC.
I've only got an 850 watt power supply on my computer. I'll have to be updated when I get my new graphics card, that's for sure.
Mine's 2,000 watt. My bad. I went beefier because I was doing all this liquid cooling and lights and fans and all this stuff in the old case. And it's better to have more than enough power being able to go in than not enough going out.
You have a
You got a double size plug, like it's not a regular cable that plugs into the back of the power supply unit to plug in. It's a double size.
You have a 2 kilowatt power supply.
Mm-hmm.
Do you live in America?
Mm-hmm.
Hashtag doubt. The only 2 kilowatt power supply that I know is even out there is a 240 volt power supply. And it was featured online as technical.
Well, then maybe I am wrong, and it is 1,200.
Now, if you were in a country where you're on like 240 volt system,
Well, I have
yeah.
140 and 240 here.
Well, yeah, but I mean like normal 240 outlets, like country that their standard outlet is 240 volt. Like most other, like European country, for example.
I can't even get in and out of this stupid vault anymore without crashing. Actually,
I will say that I do wish that America was on a 240 volt system. I wish our standard service was 240 volts. It'd be great.
I got 240 coming to my house. What are you talking about?
yeah.
Standard service, people, listen to me.
I have a service hooked up to my house. It's 220 volts.
Okay, is it standardized? Is it standardized? Is that standard in your country?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah. And then I break
No,
that out into
because
2
most
legs
people
of
don't
120 in my panel.
Yes, in the panel. I'm talking about individual outlets, 240 volt outlets. Like,
Well, but your service is referred to what comes to your house. When I go to hook up a service, I'm hooking up 220.
good Lord.
I wired my whole stinking house. I don't know everything about it, but I know what my service is.
You know exactly what I mean.
I wanted to make sure I did because
240 volt plugs in your wall.
no, I do actually have a couple. Yes.
I got multiple 240 plugins.
Okay, not you specifically. Most people inside of their house do not have 240 volt outlets inside of their house.
They have their range 240 outlet
TVs and stuff.
and their dryer 240 outlet if they're on electricity. But yes, they generally have 110, 115, whatever. I have 240 out in my garage for my table saw, which is a 3 horsepower 240, and for some of my other tools and stuff too.
Are you still in the game, No Grief?
I am. I'm drop hunting.
I need a favor when you get a moment.
I'm giving grief, no grief.
You want?
I need you to come to my main vault and pull out all the armors and blueprints and stuff that's stashed in it and put it into a different vault.
But what if I get stuck in a crashing loop?
Well, then you'll have smartness to be like, hey, wildcard, I know this much and this is happening and you got inventory problems and
Hey, which one of my...
He's not smart enough to explain to you guys that I am, and I just see what happened. And
Which one of my ports goes to my GPU?
all of them.
All of them, probably.
Probably all of them.
Alright, give me a second to offload all the stuff that's currently in my inventory so I don't mix it all together.
I have a pair of Type 4.
If I didn't need your help, I wouldn't bother you, but...
No, you're fine. Just let me offload this junk. All this
Designed for use with genuine Type 4 cable sets only. So it looks like any of these would work that are PCI or That's weird. You'd think they'd label the one for the power supply just for the GPU because it's such a monster. PCI CPU. What's down there?
Probably will say PCIe peripheral or something.
It doesn't. I plug these into. Come on. PCI CPU. I've got some PCI CPU I'm using for the CPU. That's dandy. The connector going into the GPU is this tiny little pinned out thing, you know? It's like, but they're usually, at least they're using a real rubber wire casing. I guess these, they don't really tell me what these go into. I find that odd. I guess they're all type 4 cables. If I didn't have a 6-pin to go to the motherboard for PCI bus power, why not? So I had to use an 8-pin split. Unless it's down here and I missed it. This has a USB connector to go to the power, to go to the motherboard, to tell the motherboard when it's not working. That's dandy. I don't really know where to hook that up though.
Alright, what volt is
this? It's a 120 volt regular power supply. Oh, you mean it's 12 volt? Everything's 12 volt on here. I don't think there's any 6 volt.
Oh, goodness.
I thought you were talking about.
Am I doing this with, Elmer?
You're not talking to me.
Or like a bunch of.
Has anybody been saying anything in chat? Because I haven't been watching chat. I've been ignoring chat. I feel really bad about that.
No.
I'm gonna have to go to bed too. It's getting late and I have to wake up early.
Day 4 of build stream?
Before the build screen is done, I have to wake up.
Alright, I'm back at an AFK second. So yeah, all the items like armors, blueprints, saddles, there's a whole crap ton of them. Pull all those from there and then put in this vault right here.
Which one? This one. I'm gonna mix them up.
I don't care if those get mixed. Everything's all mixed right now. And I can't get it out of that end vault anymore. There's one building materials basically and mats in this right now.
How about this? I'm gonna split them into 2 different. Oh shit! I'm way too heavy now.
Well, use this vault if you're putting in other stuff. Put it in this one right
Here,
here.
take these. That's what I can't hold. This one right here? No, this one.
I need all my building materials left in. Man,
Oh, you want the building materials in here?
yeah.
Oh. Well, dang,
That's what I'm
bro.
saying, just
There's so
blueprints.
much stuff in there.
Just blueprints, armors, saddles, weapons. That's all I want you to take out of it and move.
Why do you have like 50 of the same pike?
Because I gotta break stuff down yet and grind stuff soon here. And
You should do that. You may just have too much data in like one vault. These things are humongous.
that's what I was thinking. That's why I figured if you pulled all those blueprints and armors and stuff out.
We're gonna die.
And see, now I can get in it and I'm not crashing. So I agree with you. I think you're right. There's too much stuff in there. And with whatever the programming is, it's a bug. It shouldn't be bugging out with that much stuff in there. That's how it's supposed to be, but whatever it is.
No, not really. Because the stack size should be much smaller than it is.
Oh.
Stack size should be 1/10 of what it's currently set at in the server, so.
Well, thank you for your help. I can get in and out of it now.
I'm dying. I'm just gonna kill myself, I think. Take me too long to heal.
Come on, get in there.
So freaking hot, man. Why is it such a hot day? Jeez Louise.
Come to my country, please. Let's swap.
I mean, like, hot in game. It's too much.
Well, it wants to go in there, doesn't it?
34 degrees Celsius. What's 34 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Computer, what's 34 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Was that like 112? 93 degrees and my guy's dying of heat stroke, bro. Get out of town. That's a
Those
cool
not
day.
feed right? What's the
where I
deal?
live.
What's the deal, Lucille? Those are type 4. Wow. Why won't that go in? It's keyed over there and there, but not down here, it looks like. Those don't look like they match, but they say it's a PCI CPU. Can't really tell if those are keyed or not. That's weird. Guess I'll figure that out in the daylight. That should go in there.
You're really milking this PC building stream stuff.
Well, the cable won't go in, so, and it looks like it's the right connector in the right place, but it's not. The pins aren't lining up to get in. It can't go in those. They just don't work. Can't go in those. It's got to go in this. Doesn't want to. It's arguing with me. It's like the... Come on.
No good stuff. Come on, bro. Give me some good technology stuff, man. It's been so long. I need a red drop. Give me a red drop. Red drop will have tech on it.
I still haven't even seen one red drop yet.
I got one in my last
I'm gonna have to
2
deal with
hours.
that in the morning. I gotta go to bed. Okay, I gotta go to bed. It's been real. It's been fun. Until next time, I'd like to say adios, amigos, and still messing with cable management, but we're close. We're close. Maybe tomorrow I can get it done. We'll see. Okay, bye guys. Thanks. Look at that. The camera's still off here. I'm going to move it back to me so I can wave to everybody who's watching the stream because they're desperate to see my smiling face. Goodbye, goodbye. I'm going to turn this off. 2 hours of nothing. I've ignored them for 2 hours. Everybody in chat, so I'm sorry, but I can't see your chat while I'm working on this because I don't have my computer to stream with, so I'm streaming off my iPad.
Nobody's here.
And it's a mess.
Here, so you don't gotta worry about
Well, but some people come back and watch my streams because they're so exciting. Never mind. They